Hey guys!
Hey guys!
Today we're talking about The Wild Robot, so let's get into it. So, spoiler-free time. First thing, before spoiler-free, if you have not seen this movie, you should go watch it. If it's in theaters, that's even better.
It's surprisingly good. I'm sorry, but it looked like a kind of forgettable movie when I saw
Honestly,
the trailer.
yes.
I don't know, it would just be a kind of good movie to watch, but no, it's really good. They should make video games.
So, the spoiler-free is good they portrayed the characters nicely, while fitting like nature and stuff like that, and the animation is top-notch.
Beautiful animation.
The story is very nice. Now, there might be more spoiler-free, but if you're watching this for spoilers, then maybe the spoiler...
Then you're at the right spot.
Okay.
You're at the right place.
Yeah, never mind. So, there might be more spoiler-free, and I might make a timestamp if I find more spoiler-free in here. But I will do the spoilers, spoiler-free, and then like our intro and outro and stuff. So, she would like to dive into spoilers now.
Spoiler time.
So, spoilers.
Okay, time for the summary. Wild Robot is about a robot who crashes from her ship into the wilderness, and these robots are basically
Robots.
they're basically robots.
No, they're
These
helpers.
robots all need to have a task. The robots are there to help humans and complete tasks. And Roz, whatever number she is, she crashes in the wilderness, can't speak to animals, and basically has no tasks. So at first she tries to use her calling sensor to get back to the human world. Doesn't work because an animal breaks it, and then she gets chased by a bear, and...
Actually, correction.
Oh,
Yes,
she learns...
Actually,
Sorry.
correction. Yes, an animal breaks it, but one thing, she has it the entire story until later on in the movie, the Gosling breaks it. And foreshadowing, she stayed until the end.
Yeah, so this movie is about a robot whose only job, technically, is to complete tasks, but she goes above and beyond, helps a Gosling, which is named Bright Bill.
A fox,
She
which we
saves
don't know.
the hibernation. Yeah, so let's get into it really quickly.
I forgot the fox's name.
Fink.
Nice.
So, she's supposed to follow programming and complete tasks, but in the wilderness, she can't talk to these animals, so she already has to break her programming to just communicate with animals. She
Yet another
communicates
movie.
with the animals so she can do the tasks better, because at first she sucks at it. Gets chased by a bear, accidentally crushes the nest. You could say something.
Okay, yet another movie like Free Guy and Ron's Gone Wrong, where AI has gone rogue in a good way.
Yeah. She crushes the nest, and there's one egg left, which cracks open, and this gosling, which is basically a geese, imprints on her, and basically the first thing a baby imprints on is now their mother. So she has to be the mother to this gosling, and her new task is teach it to swim, help it fly so it can migrate by fall, and eat. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, but I promise I'm going faster this time because this is take 2.
A goose down. Or the mother.
Yeah, is she accidentally crushes all the geese's family, and she almost doesn't get... Yeah, the gosling. And she almost doesn't get the egg because the fox takes it, and she gets it back, whatever.
Gets a taste of his own medicine with porcupines on his back. And then she helps him. And
Yeah, she helps him. Regardless, she helps him. And then the fox is like, actually, I'm a geese expert. He's not. He is only in it for himself. But eventually she figures out how to take care of this gosling. It grows up, and they find a mentor so that he can fly as strong as he possibly can to migrate. Because he's the runt of the litter. So they're like, he shouldn't have survived anyway. The fact that you're helping him and he was the only one who survived, that's beating the odds already. So the teacher is amazing. He's probably the best flyer now. Bright Bill, if I didn't already say his name. Yep. Bright Bill is probably the best flyer now, like definitely ready for migration. He can swim, ready for migration. She feeds him, so then he migrates. And
with his flock.
Yeah, with his flock. And because he's the runt of the litter and raised by a robot, at first no one likes him.
And judges him.
Yeah, and judges him. But now they're friends, I guess. The robot was gonna go back because she completed her task. But then this is all happening like because of winter coming. They need to migrate, hibernate. Those rhyme.
She grabs all the animals and puts them into
Yep.
her hut, and then the fox later on will be like, I hate you and you hate me, but we gotta work together because this Roz saved us all.
Great explanation.
Thank you. I think that's basically taken from the movie.
No, it's awesome. I love quotes from the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, she didn't have to. She could have returned back to the human world and gotten fixed because she's technically a broken robot, I guess. But instead, she stays there, saves all the animals, makes sure they're warm, and they all agree to like a peace treaty so they can just be healthy and live.
Thumbnail pose.
I'm trying to remember what happens next.
Next is that Roz gets...
Oh!
Or Roz...
What happens to Bright Bill? The storm happens, so then instead of migrating, they have to go to like the human place.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that with the migration part. Yeah, with her saying they migrate, they go to where the Rosums work, and then they find out, oh, we can't migrate here. But
yeah,
thing where they're like, oh, this is Roz. No, it's not, and they all get
the oldest
attacked.
bird gets attacked, but the rest of them are let out by Bright Bill. Once again, he's awesome. They successfully migrate, and since Roz... Sorry. And since Roz stayed instead of returning back, she gets to see Bright Bill come back.
And then later on, we
Do you want to say the part? The spaceship and stuff? 'Cause
Later
you're really
on-
good at explaining that.
Later on, she used her tracker beam, whatever it is, to track the spaceship. It takes some more scenes before it comes, but then it arrives, or they find out. Nope, that doesn't matter. They come there, and then they talk a little, and then she's like, "Come on board, and we can fix you because you're broken," or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes on, and then later, Fink. Thank you so much for the name. Fink comes up and is like, Bright Bill wants to talk to you. So then she's like, really? And then like does the lift thing where she's like looking, and then she's like, I left one of my sensors or something, and then it's like, this detects lions. So then they send a bunch of robots out and just try to destroy the forest and stop her from living there and come back to them.
And this one beaver who infamously like wants to try and
Knock down a big tree from the first
knock
movie.
down the
they made fun
biggest
of him.
tree.
And now they're like, let's knock down a big tree so we can save our forest.
Can we use your tree?
And again, water everywhere into the forest.
Yeah, because they attacked them with like fire, so they started a forest fire and they used the tree to whoosh all the water once the spaceship is down.
So then, moments of robots getting beaten up and animals.
They
getting
take
a little
Roz
fought.
for a little bit.
They blow up the robots, and then Roz gets knocked out. They take her up and then erase her memory. Later on, Bright Bill's like, oh, we gotta save her. And then they get to the ship, stop the people on the ship. Bright Bill goes in, does the same thing, cuddles on her neck. And then she remembers because,
Yeah.
cliche, when they tear up and tell you they were wrong, characters come back to life.
Yeah, like
Sorry.
Rapunzel.
Okay, I wasn't thinking that, but yes, that works. We love Tangled.
So yeah, it's like she grew her own heart. She doesn't need all of the memory programming stuff. She has a heart.
Yeah, so later the ship gets destroyed, they jump out, she throws her battery out because now she doesn't follow her programming.
And it's so cute. She
She turns into a ball like
she
Sonic.
puts Bright Bill
Same.
in there
Yeah.
and then balls up.
saves him. And if you didn't already know, he's not a tiny baby anymore that you saw. When I first saw the trailer, I thought the baby, it was the baby and then the mother, because you would probably expect that. No, it's the baby grew up during the movie.
Makes sense.
But then...
Yeah, we're almost there.
More exposition later of the end. I'm kidding. So...
that's important. Okay, so Roz is back. They're all happy, and...
I do need to say
at first,
one quote.
Okay.
Because this quote will end up at the end of it. One of them, they stop the robot, and then they're like, no matter what you do, we will get you. Or something like that. So then she's like, what does that mean? Then later on, when the robot, or when Roz is talking to the animals, the fox tears up and stuff like that. But then she's like, I could stay, but I have to go because they will not stop until they get...
They're not safe as long as they're coming back to get Roz.
So uses the tracker, assumingly uses the tracker, gets taken to another land.
Doesn't fight this time.
Yep. Just imagine an action scene of them just beating up and they're like, we're never going to stop.
She's like, I don't want to go.
No, okay. So
This is the second biggest
takes her
tree.
to the land. She plays as a robot, like, I am Rosam, and then talks to a human. When Brightbill comes in, she's like, but you can call me Roz.
So, yeah, great ending because it's showing everyone's safe. They can still see each other because when Brightbill migrates, he can just go back and see Roz.
And yeah, that ends the movie, unless we have more. And there is an end credit scene. The very end of the credits, you'll see the scene. If you have kids, they'll enjoy it, but if you're just watching it, it probably won't matter to you. It's just a little gag.
I don't know if kids will enjoy it, but I guess we'll see.
I feel like the kids would enjoy it more than the parents would. It's just a gag. Like, I'm pretty sure the fox and the beaver, or whatever he is, talk to each other, and then the fox gets rid of a squirrel. Like, those darn squirrels.
I don't.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that scene.
Yeah, so...
Before we continue, we're gonna pause this video just so we don't make a mistake. So we had to take an intermission because I deleted a clip because apparently my sister wanted to keep it, but I'm like, I guess we don't need it.
It's okay, it happens. The first take was beautiful. It was our pure reaction, so this one might feel a little less genuine, but that's okay.
So now we're going to say our spoiler of what we liked. Because in the other one, it could just be like beautiful animation.
Yep, this is our spoiler review. We're allowed to say spoilers.
So a scene that I really loved is... Oh my goodness, the scene
All
where
of
they're
them.
like on the
No.
circle. She's a sphere. This is weird. She's a sphere, and then it's flashing back from him being a child, the Gosling as a child, and then him now. It was so beautiful and so cute.
Yeah, I loved the movie.
It's kind of a funny gag where he's like, oh yeah, they used to rock me to sleep. Literally tries to hit the bird with a rock. He's not being a good parent advisor.
The fox.
Yeah.
They're showing the foxes aren't trustworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved this scene. I don't know if it's what you were saying, but when she turns into the ball and stuffs Brightbill in her stomach and saves him, that was like Big Hero 6 meets Wall-E. Because Wall-E stuffed the boot in his compartment, and Big Hero 6 is where he saved Hero with his fist.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
I don't know if it's kept in the video, but if we didn't, I think it's an 8.5. My sister thinks 9. Or 8.5.
It's not in the video. You completely scrapped the video.
Okay, so 9 or 8.5, 9.
Yeah, I'd rate it a 9. I rate movies based on how it made me feel. Even if, like, the movie critics are out there and they're like, no, that's a 6. I personally feel 8.5 or 9. It was a beautiful movie.
It was very...
Beautiful animation. And I like how it shows, like, it doesn't matter where you came from.
Anyone can be a mother.
Yes.
And it's hard to be a mother.
Anyone can be a mother.
And it's hard to be a mother.
And families can come from anywhere. Like the Roz's technical family, the humans and robots, they treat her like crap. But the forest of animals, since she helped them, they're helping her, and like they're a beautiful family who cares about each other. You know, the Gosling / geese, I don't really know the difference. Bright Bill. All of the geese treat him like crap because he's like the ugly duckling. Is it saying the camcorder's gonna die?
Yeah, so we're gonna pause. We're back.
And we're back. Okay, so the Gosling / geese, his family was technically crushed. Sorry. And all of the other geese, who could be family, treat him like crap. Like the ugly duckling, like the odd one out. They bully him.
This movie will pull on your heartstrings at times.
It will. I don't cry for movies, but that one made me want to cry like 2 or 3 times. But anyway, I'm just saying, family doesn't have to be biological. Like, some people have family that treat them like crap, and then a friend that treats them way better. Like, family's family. Family is who you choose to surround yourself with. I feel like that's what it really shows. Like, this robot is helping the whole forest and brings them all together into a family.
Yeah.
And it's really cute.
Honestly, if critics... No, they're not going to hurt this movie, I feel like. This movie is definitely... I'm going to go on a tiny tangent, but, like, FNAF movie is appealed to the fans and not as much to the general audience. This is general audience and the fans of the book.
And I don't remember... Were you finished with that?
Yeah, I do think
Okay.
if you liked this movie, I feel like you should try and rent the book from a library. See if you like it.
Yeah, may as well read the book.
I don't read novels, I read graphic novels, so I probably wouldn't be interested.
Whoever made the animation for the movie... DreamWorks, thank you. You should get on making video games. That reminded me of, like, Ori and the Blind Forest or
We
whatever.
used to have that game.
Like,
Once again, my
beautiful
stupid-
artwork. Make some video games for us. I was gonna say one other thing. I don't remember if we included it
Beautiful artwork.
in the spoiler-free review, but at first we thought this movie was gonna be forgettable.
Yeah. It looked like a video game, and it looks like it didn't have much. Which the story had a lot, but it is a very straightforward plot. You could literally just say a robot goes on a journey
Yeah.
to discover who she
A
is.
robot helps the forest,
So yeah, I feel
saves
like
a
just-
Gosling, and unites everyone.
Yeah, it's very straightforward. Unlike me. No, I'm not gonna.
Unlike
other movies.
us.
Yeah, unlike us.
I don't remember if I finished that line. Yeah, I was just gonna say, sorry.
You're gonna say sorry?
I was just gonna say sorry, you guys. This is an apology video.
I'm turning this down, it's too bright.
I was just gonna say, we thought it was gonna be forgettable, like the little dinosaur. Or, like, it's so forgettable, I
Little
forgot
Mermaid
the
Man.
title.
The Little
The
Mermaid.
Good Dinosaur. You know, like,
The little dinosaur.
isn't that DreamWorks too?
That is Pixar, I think.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
How do you confuse DreamWorks with Illumination with Pixar with
Because I don't know the difference.
Disney, old animation. Pixar, the animation that you're probably thinking of. DreamWorks is like Megamind and others. Illumination is, or DreamWorks made Shrek.
Illuminations made
Illumination-
Minions.
Illumination's Minion, Migration, stuff like. Oh yeah, you wanted to talk about Migration back in the other videos.
Yeah, Migration. This is a way better movie than Migration. I feel like both of them are about migrating, but Migration was weird and forgettable and had that like creepy scene. I didn't like it. But I do like Wild Robot, and I recommend you watch it because I bet you watched the trailer and were like, this might be good, or maybe you loved it and you already watched the movie.
But yeah, we've gone on a big tangent. One thing I want
Yeah.
to say is, if you didn't already know what we said, because it's been some time, I said 8.5 in the movie rating. She said 9. Now we're going to end.
And we're gonna put it in the thumbnail.
Yes, we are.
So you'll
Right
see
here.
how great of a movie it is.
And I got my thumbs up. Anyways, you'll see from the thumbnail. See you guys in our next video. Bye.
Bye.